Rosie Tua here. Okay, today we're gonna be talking about this New Mexico situation. All right, I didn't get right on this. I didn't actually hear about this for several days. Okay, so I'm just gonna be doing kind of a big picture bullet point roundup type of situation. Okay, so anybody who hasn't heard about this, you want to get up to speed quick, or if you have heard about this and you just want to recap. Okay, that's what I'm doing here. This is an extremely bad situation, something we should all be keeping an eye on, no matter where we live in the country, because this is probably the most unconstitutional thing to happen regarding firearms in recent history in this country, I would say. Okay, so definitely a bad situation, developing situation, something to keep an eye on. Okay, anyway, what happened? Friday, September 8th, the governor of New Mexico, Michelle Lujan Grisham, released an executive order declaring a state of public health emergency due to gun violence. Okay? And with that, banning the carrying of firearms in Albuquerque and surrounding Bernalillo County. Okay? Open or concealed for 30 days. All right. So, obviously, extremely unconstitutional, right? That's what she did. Then, following that, a few things happened. Okay. First of all, the governor admitted that, you know, this was probably the lawsuits were probably going to be filed regarding this. And we'll get to that in a minute. The governor was asked, basically, can she do this? And what she basically said is, in her opinion, she can do it, right? Um, Also, the attorney general in New Mexico came out and said they're not going to defend this in court. The sheriff of Bernalillo County said they're not going to enforce this. The chief of police in Albuquerque said they're not going to enforce this. Multiple Democrats in the New Mexico state legislature came out and said this is extremely unconstitutional. Even David Hogg, who is pretty much one of the most anti-gun people in the country, it would seem, has come out and said this is unconstitutional. If David Hogg is calling your gun control unconstitutional, you got big problems, okay? Additionally, members of Congress have requested that Attorney General Merrick Garland get involved with this. I doubt he will, but that's worth keeping an eye on, I guess. So as you can see, that's what the governor did. Then immediately got no support, right? Not even from your fellow gun controllers. No, pretty much nobody thinks this is a good idea. Okay. And like I said, lawsuits, right? Immediately, multiple lawsuits were filed. All the big, heavy-hitting organizations are involved in lawsuits against this, okay? And as of yesterday, a temporary restraining order was issued against this by a Biden-appointed judge even, okay? So this is not currently in effect. Temporary restraining order has been issued. Okay, and that's where the situation currently sits, okay? But this is still a developing situation. Like I said, a situation we should all be keeping an eye on. But yeah, that's just a very quick, big picture of what has happened so far in this situation, okay? This cannot be allowed to stand. This has to get shut down, okay? Because if this governor can get away with this, think of all the other governors that would love to do something similar, right? Not a good situation. So this needs to get struck down, and I think it probably will. This is extremely unconstitutional, not only under the U.S. Constitution, but the New Mexico State Constitution. Extremely unconstitutional, right? So this, I'm sure it will get struck down. But yeah, I think this could possibly could possibly warrant impeachment of this governor, maybe even legal trouble, right? So we'll see, though. Developing situation. That's the situation currently, though, on the big picture. Okay, so that's all I have to say on this. Let me know in the comments anything you have to say on this situation or anything else. Okay, if you want to continue seeing videos on my channel, go and subscribe. Other than that, I'm getting out of here. Goodbye.